Picture this. You're standing in a driveway on a quiet Sunday morning, coffee in hand, and something in front of you makes you stop mid-sip. It's not a supercar. It's not wrapped in chrome or drama. It's something far more interesting, a small SUV that quietly figured out how to make everyone else's price tag look a little embarrassing. Stick around, because by the time we reach the final few minutes of this video, you'll understand why so many families are choosing this over SUVs that cost thousands more. Welcome to the Speed Nest, where we go beyond the specs and explore what truly makes today's most exciting vehicles stand out. The 2027 Honda HR-V isn't trying to be flashy, and that's exactly the point. In a market obsessed with bigger screens and louder marketing, Honda took a different approach here. They asked a simple question: what does a driver actually need every single day? And then built an SUV around the honest answer. That decision is exactly why this vehicle has quietly become one of the most talked about subcompact SUVs heading into the new model year. But here's where things start getting interesting. Step outside and take a slow walk around it, because the design tells its own story. The front end greets you with a bold honeycomb grille that gives the HR-V a surprisingly confident face for a vehicle this size. Slim LED headlights wrap around the corners like a sharp exhale, and the lines beneath them slope downward in a way that feels almost athletic. Move along the side profile and you'll notice something Honda's engineers are quietly proud of. A roofline so smooth it looks like a single continuous shape, achieved through a technique called laser brazing that fuses the roof and side panels together almost seamlessly. Depending on the trim, you'll find 18-inch alloy wheels filling out the wheel arches, some finished in gloss black for that added attitude. Round to the rear, and the taillights taper elegantly into the bodywork, finishing a shape that looks far more premium than its price tag suggests. And that's only the beginning of what's changed. Underneath that confident exterior sits a 2.0-liter four-cylinder engine producing 158 horsepower and 138 pound-feet of torque, paired with a continuously variable transmission that's been tuned for smoothness rather than sheer speed. This isn't a vehicle chasing stoplight bragging rights. It's built for something more valuable, a driving feel that stays calm in traffic, composed on the highway, and confident through a curve when you actually need it to be. Front-wheel drive comes standard, with all-wheel drive available for those who want extra grip through rain, snow, or unpredictable roads. Inside that same driving experience, Honda's engineers focused heavily on suspension tuning, and it shows. Bumps that used to rattle through older subcompact SUVs now arrive softened, almost apologetic, as if the HR-V absorbed the impact before it ever reached you. Technology plays a quiet but powerful role here too. A digital instrument cluster keeps essential information directly in your line of sight, while the central touchscreen supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so your phone and your drive stay effortlessly connected. Ambient touches inside the cabin add a sense of intention, like every detail was placed there on purpose rather than added as an afterthought. Then there's safety, and this is where the HR-V quietly outperforms expectations. Adaptive cruise control with low-speed follow keeps a steady distance in traffic. Lane keeping assist nudges you gently back on course if your attention drifts for even a second. Collision mitigation braking and road departure mitigation work silently in the background, ready the instant they're needed. Higher trims add a 360-degree camera system and front and rear parking sensors, turning tight parking spots from a source of stress into a non-event. If moments like this are why you love discovering vehicles that quietly do everything right, take a second to like this video and subscribe. It genuinely helps this channel keep telling stories like this one. Step inside and the story shifts again. The cabin feels wider than the exterior suggests, with seating for 5 and a dashboard that avoids unnecessary clutter. Materials feel deliberately chosen rather than simply functional, and the seating position gives you a commanding, confident view of the road ahead. Fold the rear seats down, and you're looking at up to 55.1 cubic feet of cargo space, more than enough for a weekend getaway, a Costco run, or moving day for a college student who insists they don't have that much stuff. And that brings us to real life, the part that actually matters. This is a vehicle built for school drop-offs, weekend road trips, grocery runs that somehow always turn into 2 extra stops, and long highway stretches where comfort quietly becomes the most important feature of all. Pricing starts in a range that undercuts many rivals significantly, which is exactly why so many first-time SUV buyers keep circling back to it. So here's the real question. In a world full of SUVs trying to impress you with size and spectacle, the 2027 Honda HR-V chose a quieter path, one built on comfort, confidence, and everyday honesty. And somehow, that quiet approach might be exactly what makes it America's next favorite. What do you think? Does the HR-V deserve a spot on your short list, or does something else still have your heart? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit like if you enjoyed this ride with us, and subscribe to the Speed Nest so you never miss the next story worth telling.